This is iCraft. Today I'm going to show you how to make this frilly diamond bracelet. This is my own original design and I really like it. It's super crazy. And it's not reversible. It lies pretty flat on your wrist. And it has all these frillies, which I really like. So this is what it looks like. There is an extension, but you don't need one. You can make it like a different extension. And it's pretty crazy if you wear it. It looks like if you're really, like, there's a lot going on. But if you don't like that kind of look, you can make something like this. This is a variation where you just do a little bit different hooking process. So if you want a tutorial, please comment down below. And this is a bit more normal looking, and it's more dimensional. So I really like this bracelet, so let's get started with the materials that you're going to need. You'll need any type of loom. You'll also need a hook. I'm just using the metal tipped hook, but it's not too high tension. There are some bands being stretched longer than 2 pins, but I don't think it's that bad. I think you can definitely use a plastic hook. You'll also need up to, I guess, as many color bands as you need, but at least 2 colors. For this I did rainbow, so each segment was a different color. You could probably do more than 1 color in this segment, but I just think it looks good this way. But you can also alternate between 2 colors. So I'm going to be using white for my border. And I didn't count the total amount of bands like for the extension, but I used about 9 for my extension. And then there's 4 outside colors per diamond, and then there's 5 inside colors. So for the inside, I'll be using the silicone metallic white and metallic gold and silver. So once you've got all your supplies, then we can get started. With your loom set up like this, so 1 pin's below the others, and it's in staggered, which is like most looms are. And the red arrow should be pointing away from you. So we're going to start at the bottom of our loom, and we're going to begin by doing our border. So you're going to start, take your first color, and you're going to start from the middle first pin to the left second pin. So it's a little bit of a long stretch, but it's not too bad. And I think all bands should work for this, even if they're not Rainbow Loom brand. Next, you're going to go upwards to the right. And then to close it off, you're just going to go inwards 1 pin. And then on the other side. So it should look like this, and it does look like a diamond. In the end, it does turn out to be even. So it doesn't have one side longer, really. And the reason it looks like this is just, I think, because it's in a staggered configuration. So that's why it looks like that. And I'm on my second to last diamond. I'm just gonna make 1 more. And you're just gonna end it right there. So, if you're using a different loom, I don't know, I've never used a non-rainbow loom before. But if you are, then you may be able to fit in more diamonds, or it may not be enough to fit a full one. I haven't really addressed that in any of my other videos, but just because this is a more segmented design, I just thought I'd point that out. Because I was just seeing some other brands, and I realized that they're not all the same length, so it might vary depending on what kind of loom you have. That's definitely okay. And now we can scoot back to the bottom of our loom, and we can begin the inside pattern. So it doesn't really matter what order you do it, because we're going to be kind of looming out with like a starburst, but with only 4 bands. So you're going to start just by going upwards in the center pin bar, and then you're going to go diagonally to the left, and then upwards, although it doesn't matter these 3 bands as much. and then to the right. Now you're just going to repeat that in every diamond. So you're going to go upwards, to the left. Oops. And if you want to switch colors, you should probably do that. I forgot. So you're going to go upwards again, then to the left, upwards in the center, and then to the right. So this whole thing is really easy. It's definitely not difficult at all, at least in my opinion. And then the next diamond, you're just going to do the same thing. So upwards, to the left, and it doesn't matter all that much if your bands are twisted, just because you won't really see it in the inside because it's tight. So then upwards in the center and to the right. Because I've done half the loom with you, I'm just going to do this silently, but I'm not going to fast forward or turn off my video at all. And it might go a little faster. Sorry if that was off camera, by the way. I can't really help it sometimes. So I just finished my last diamond, and I definitely did not use that many bands. But this is what your loom should look like. Again, it doesn't really matter what order these are in as long as you don't like skip ahead. Just do one diamond at a time. Okay, and now we're gonna turn our looms around. And we're going to add some cap bands. So originally I didn't have a cap band just because you're looming outwards, so this gold band will act as a cap band for the white, but that gives it a look like this, so I'm going to add a cap band as well. So I'm just going to take my border color and wrap it around only 2 times around these 2 pins. Now on every center where the 4 bands intersect right here, I'm going to add a cap band. I think this allows us to loom upward, like out from the middle pin instead of having to go upwards, which just keeps it a lot more uniform and gives it the frillies, like makes them more prominent. So we're going to just take whatever color that diamond was and use that as the cap band color. I haven't done a rainbow loom tutorial or filmed one in a while, so I'm not used to talking. So just make sure you do it on the center and not like right there. Like you would do with a starburst, except it's only 4 bands instead of 6. So your last cap band's gonna go right there. And now we can go back to the bottom of our loom and just start the hooking process. So we're not gonna actually need the cap band just yet. So I'm just gonna lift it off there because I don't really, it's just gonna take up room on the pin. And I want it to be on top, if that makes sense. So you're just going to go inside your first cap band, which is right here, the first colored cap band, and you're going to pick up the first band that you see, that's not the cap band, and just hook it to wherever the end is. So mine happens to be go to the left, and then the next one goes downwards. So if you're used to doing starburst, it's going to be really easy. But if you're not, then hooking downwards, I don't know. It's more difficult, but still easy. And then the last one's going to go upwards. Like that, and then you can scoot up and repeat on the next one. And you can't tell on camera as well, but these bands are, the metallic bands are not only like metallic pearlescent, I guess, pearlescent. They are also sparkly, as I'm noticing right now. I really like these bands. And I'm zoomed in a lot, so just gonna repeat that down your loom, not touching the border at all. If you need to push down your bands, you can do so, but there's not too many on every pin right now. And these two are going to end up being frilly. So you can hook this band upwards instead of hooking outwards from the center. I'm not sure how that will look though. That's kind of how you get the effect of the variation, but I can make a separate tutorial if you would like for that. While I'm talking, I just want to address that a few people said that I talk a lot in my videos. Not necessarily the tutorials, but hauls and stuff and things like that. I just am a naturally talkative person, so if I talk too much, feel free to like fast forward or just mute me. Yeah, I just like to talk. I'm sorry. So you're just gonna repeat that. And my last one. And although it is kind of repetitive, most bracelets are, and because you're only doing it 6 times, I don't think it's too bad. So once you've done the entire part, you want to make sure you don't forget anything, because I've done that before. Now you're going to go, I'm just going to reattach my cap band. So just grab it, pull it over here. And now you're going to go inside the cap band, plus the colored bands, and you're going to pick up the first border color. So that's glow-in-the-dark white for me. Just hook to wherever the ending is. Like that. And you're just going to basically be repeating that. So, because we're just doing a shaped single chain, I'm not really going to go into too much detail. I'm not going to go too slowly. Basically, that's what you're going to do. Be very careful over here because you don't want the bands to break. And you don't want your hook to break either, although I don't think it's going to because it's not too high tension. So I'm just going to continue silently and feel free to pause. If you feel that there's more tension, just slowly pull it out. Don't tug too hard or your band might snap. This pin seems to be the most tense. Yes. So I'm finished, and it does look kind of weird. It doesn't really look like a diamond anymore, but if you heard that weird noise in the background, I really have no idea what that was, so yeah. Didn't want to mention it before because I didn't want to break the silence. So now we can remove everything from the loom except for this pin. Just because sometimes the bands get snagged, I'm not gonna fast forward this part. Just be careful, that way the frillies don't really get messed up that much. I like to remove the side bands first. And you can kind of see the frilly parts already. By the way, I had no intention when I designed this for them to be frilly. It kind of just turned out that way. Also, sometimes like the frilly parts should be inside, in between that layer, so yeah. Now you want to put your hook in through these bands and just pull a single band through that is your border color. This is only because there's like 6 bands on this pin, and this makes it easier to transfer. And then you can just put that on your hook like that. And now you're going to make an extension, so I'm going to do about, I think, well, for this one I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do 9 because that's a little small. But there's already one here, so it'll actually be 10 altogether. Or, I think, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now you can just put the bracelet on the last pin and just hook upwards like a basic single chain, which it is. And then on the last link, just attach your C-clip, which I'm not sure if I mentioned at the beginning, but you can also use an S-clip. So it should be like that. And now you can just make sure that your single chain is all straight and then fold over the C-clip, that way it's not twisted when you attach it. And don't attach it to the colored bands right here, attach it to the cap band. Although you didn't need the cap bands, it was optional, but I just think that looks better. Like that. And now to straighten it out, you're just gonna grab the 2 frills right here, 1, 2. It's actually 1 band, and just pull outwards. All of them. If you heard that, that was just a cough in the background. And then just pull them all out. It might look kind of strange. You can actually just pull one side and then you'll have these big loops if you like the look of that, but even it out, just make sure you grab both sides. And if one of them is like inside the loop right here, like inside that, then you can just straighten it out. Personally, I don't like the look of the giant loop. I just like the frills, which Might not be everyone's personal preference. There's really no way to hide them completely. But and now you just want to take the bracelet and give it a stretch. Just stretch each individual diamond to even everything out as best as you can. Might have to adjust some frills. So much for watching. I designed this myself this morning, as I said in the intro, and I really like how this gold and silver one turned out. I think the pearlescence just gives it a really awesome effect, and the frillies are just really cute. Also, I mean, what girl doesn't love diamonds? So this is what it turned out like, and it turned out really well. So if you want a tutorial on the neater version, which I don't have a name for, please tell me if you want the tutorial and also give me a name for it, because you will get credit in the design. And as you can see, I forgot to hook some bands here. So yeah, these two sections used to be colored, but now they just fell apart. So I like these both. This one is not quite the diamond shape, but I just really like how poofy it is. And I like doing variations. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, because I haven't gotten that many likes, so yeah. Also, I love when you guys comment, so please do, and I will definitely reply if it's like a question or whatever. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and go follow me on Instagram, because I'm currently having an app giveaway and you win a whole bunch of stuff and even some requests. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!